Hello and welcome to another video with Gamers Class. Shizzy Dota here, and today we're gonna be doing an in-depth replay analysis on Queen of Pain, why I believe it's quite strong in the current meta and in the current patch, and why I believe that it could work out in a lot of situations in your pubs. So the hero itself has been relevant in the meta and in competitive gameplay for a couple of months. It's a hero that has been dominant on the mid lane for a very long time, and it's a hero that's picked quite often in pubs and in the competitive scene.
If you like this type of content, go to gamersclass.com. For just $5 a month, get your replays analyzed, join monthly live sessions with pro players, get access to our entire content library, win prizes, and more with our supreme Dota 2 membership.
The hero itself is quite strong, and the skill build you want to go on this hero is it could either be a 3-1-1-1 by the time you're level 6, you could go for a 1-1-3-1, or you could go for a 2-1-2-1 by the time you're level 6. There's different ideas of every skill build. So when you max your Shadow Strike, you're maxing your Shadow Strike when you know the enemy cannot dodge your Shadow Strike, and that makes you really aggressive in the laning stage. So let's suppose you're laning something like a Shadow Fiend, a TA, or a hero that cannot dodge your Shadow Strike. You want to take at least 2 or 3 points in your Shadow Strike so you can be more aggressive in the lane. If the enemy is something or a hero that can dodge your Shadow Strike, you want to max your Scream so you can farm faster and scale better than the enemy does, since you cannot harass him with your Shadow Strike. The Queen of Pain does rely on aggression, and if you're not going to be aggressive, you might as well just scale better with maxing your Scream of Pain so you can farm creeps faster. If we're going to talk about the strengths of the hero, I believe the hero is quite an aggressive laner. It has a very versatile playstyle. The reason I say versatile playstyle, what I mean is the hero can play around the enemy mid laner. So let's say the enemy mid laner wants to rotate. The Queen of Pain will gladly rotate as hard as the other opponent mid laner. If the enemy mid laner wants to farm, the Queen of Pain will gladly farm as much as the enemy mid laner wants to. So the playstyle is very versatile, and you can play like in a mirror position to the enemy. Whatever the enemy wants to do, you can do it equally just as good. The hero itself has a lot of strong rotations. If the enemy does not want to rotate, you don't have to really mirror his movements. You can still make moves on your own, and you can be really aggressive on the map with your blink and just making unexpected moves on the map with your Sonic Wave, blinking in, just making a lot of kills happen. I believe in this patch the mid lane's strongest aspect is the power runes, and I think Queen of Pain with the blink is really strong in securing the power runes. If you have vision on one rune, you can easily know where the rune is about to spawn, and you can blink and take the rune faster than the enemy mid laner, and it makes Queen of Pain one of the strongest mid laners this patch just because of that aspect. You can use the rune to gank and make a lot of rotations on the map. The hero itself is quite strong in early fights because Queen of Pain can go in and out of fights constantly. You go in whenever you want, and you can go out of fights whenever you want. So that means early fights are always going to go in favor for you. You choose the fights that you want to take, and you get out of the fights that you want to get out of. You're in most situations, you're never going to be in a bad spot unless you really mess up yourself. With a lot of strengths, obviously the hero does come with a lot of weaknesses as well. The hero is quite squishy, not just in the laning stage, but just overall. The hero does not have a lot of armor, and the hero does not have a lot of strength until you get the level 10 talent, that is the strength talent. The hero also relies on snowballing. That means if you're not getting a lot of kills on the map, he will start to fall off. You can still farm somewhat fast with the Scream of Pain, but overall you need to be getting kills and playing aggressive on the map to scale as good as the enemy cores. So relying on snowballing is a weakness that the Queen of Pain has. The hero does not do a lot of damage if the enemy team has a pipe, or if they have some kind of healing like a mechanism, or if they have a necrophos, or if they have a chen that will be healing the enemy. So what mostly happens is the Queen of Pain relies on bursting down people with the Scream of Pain and the Sonic Wave. But if the enemy have a lot of healing over time, they will not get bursted, and the purpose of a Queen of Pain in the fight is completely nullified with the healing or the pipe that the enemy has. That is also a weakness Queen of Pain has. Apart from that, the hero does not scale as good as other mid laners, like a Shadow Fiend would, like an Ember Spirit would, like a Void Spirit would. All of these heroes farm and scale much better than the Queen of Pain does in terms of just farming. Like I said earlier on, the hero does need a lot of kills to scale as good as the other mid laners. If the hero just has to farm and hit creeps like other mid laners in a matchup where you're just hitting creeps, the hero will fall off, even considering it against a TA or any other mid laner that can farm as fast. The standard item builds on Queen of Pain are very simple, and they're very similar in most games. You won't be buying a lot of new items on the Queen of Pain. The timings and the item builds are quite similar. So you go for Treads, Blade Mill, Orchid, BKB, Lincolns, Shivas, Hex, or an AC pretty much every game. If the enemy has a lot of silence or a lot of roots, you might opt to go for an Yules as well. But in most cases, the item builds are gonna stay the same. And it's gonna be something like Treads, Blade Mill, Orchid, BKB, Lincolns, Shivas, Hex, Assault, or Yules. Now, if we're gonna talk about the hero's spike timings, the hero has a huge spike at level 6. The hero can pretty much solo kill anyone at level 6, regardless of the skill build that you went for. Any skill build that you took, does not matter if it's 1-1-3, 3-1-1, or 2-1-2. It does not matter which skill build you went for. You have a lot of potential at killing people at level 6. And that is the hero's spike timing, and you want to abuse it so you can scale better into the game. Like I mentioned earlier on, it's the strengths of the Queen of Pain that the Queen of Pain can kill people really easily, but if it does not get those early kills, the hero does not scale as good enough. So that's a spike timing at level 6. The other spike timing that the Queen of Pain has is as soon as the Queen of Pain buys a Blade Mill or an Orchid, the Queen of Pain can start getting more kills because the hero gets that much stronger. With the Blade Mill, you can just go into heroes and you will not die as easily as a Queen of Pain normally should. With the Orchid, you can just pretty much solo kill anyone on the map. Any support that you see, even some cores, some squishy cores like a Puck, like a Storm, like a Troll, like an Anti-Mage. These heroes are pretty squishy and they will die with Orchid, some right clicks, Scream of Pain into a Sonic Wave combo. So those are one of the early spike timings that the hero has. You normally want to scale into your level 15, get some early kills with your Orchid or your Blade Mill, scale into level 15 and get your talent. The talents are 8 strength and 20 damage at level 10. Both of them are pretty good. The damage is good for sieging towers, hitting creeps, and farming faster, and solo killing people even faster. Like I said, even if it's good, it is gonna come with a weakness. If you take the damage talent, you are pretty squishy. With the 8 strength talent, you're quite strong and you're not easy to burst down in just one stun. You will not get bursted down quite easily. So you have to be careful which talent you actually go for and in which game you need which one, because both of these are pretty good talents. At level 15, there's 30 attack speed and 10% cooldown reduction. I would always suggest that the 30 attack speed is much better. 10% cooldown reduction is probably only when you're throwing spells and you're not right clicking people in team fights. Where you're really behind, where you buy a blade mail into Yules and you're just like, you're not feeling the game as much. Overall, the 30 attack speed wins in most cases, and that's what you want to take. At level 20, we have 525 AoE Shadow Strike and a 25% spell lifesteal. In this case, the clear winner in this talent is also the Shadow Strike. It will help you farm faster, and it's going to provide you more impact in team fights. You can just casually cast the Shadow Strike and it's going to hit everyone in the team fight. It's going to slow down everyone, it's going to do a lot of damage to everyone, and it's also going to clear out the creep waves even if you're throwing it on the heroes. It's going to hit the creeps, and the creeps will push out unknowingly or unconsciously for you, and it's going to be really good for your team. At level 25, we have Scream of Pain, 1.2 second Fear, and 18 second Spell Block. Both are equally good, I would say. Scream of Pain is slightly, the Fear is slightly ahead. Why? Because the hero, like I mentioned earlier on, is an aggressive hero. It's not meant to be played as defensive. There are some situations where you can play defensive, but I think it's better to just buy a Linken's instead of taking the Spell Block talent, and you can get the Fear talent and play aggressively and constantly fear people away. I've rarely seen people take the Spell Block talent in the professional scene or in pubs, because like I said, everyone who plays Queen of Pain plays it aggressively, and the Fear works pretty well with it. So overall, if I want to have the idea of playing Queen of Pain, it's just about pure aggression, scaling as fast as you can or getting kills, getting that level 15, getting the 30 attack speed talent, level 20 getting that Shadow Strike talent, farming much faster with the Shadow Strike talent, scaling into level 25 and just jumping in, screaming on people and fearing them away, and giving your team that extra boost that they need and extra aggression and pressure on the map that they need. I hope this in-depth analysis of Queen of Pain was helpful, guys, and I'll see you guys until next time. Thanks for watching.